Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Yes, this is going to be a bit of a different video compared to last time because one, I'm not at home, and two, it's my face. Wow, look at that. Yeah, so if this is first time you have seen my face, then hello, I am 127. But basically I just want to do the race recap here on my hotel because that's just the easiest way to do it. It's not to my eye as well. It's also going to be uncut, so hopefully I can do this one take. Anyways, so the Australian Grand Prix, a very decent race. That's all I have to say. Very, very decent. The winner was Charles Leclerc. I'm gonna try to remember this on the top of my head. Obviously, you can go to the F1 website if you need to have a look. I'm sorry, there's stuff in my eye. So Charles Leclerc won the race. I think his second win of the season. And then second place was Sergio Perez, and third place was George Russell. Bit of a surprise there. The Mercedes actually did look pretty good in this race. I'll be honest. Definitely better than last couple weeks. So I'm really happy that well, I'm not really happy, but I'm glad that Mercedes are actually doing kind of well now. But at the same time, it would be very interesting if they were actually a mid-pack team. So fourth place was Lewis Hamilton. Then fifth, Lando Norris, Daniel Ricciardo, I think Esteban Ocon, Valtteri Bottas, Pierre Gasly, and Alexander Albon, getting Williams' first point of the season. With a very unorthodox strategy where he stayed out on hards for the whole race until the final lap, I think, or like a couple laps later. Well, a couple laps to the finish, where he put on soft tires and he somehow held off Zhou Guanyu for 10th place. And Zhou Guanyu did get 11th place. And I'll be honest, I cannot remember. I think Stroll was 12th, but he got a 5-second time penalty because he was weaving so much on the straight against Pierre Gasly. That was a very weird time, I'll be honest. I will be posting my vlog tomorrow, so this will be coming out today. I'll be posting my vlog tomorrow, and there will be a clip, basically, kind of spoiler, but it'll be a clip of me videoing Lance Stroll's, little train, and there was Lance Stroll's train, and there was also Kevin Magnussen's train. And for the Kevin Magnussen one, I tried to, yell out, but obviously not so loudly so everyone can hear me. I basically, try and say, oh, well, the Kevin Magnussen train. But obviously, I played it back, and you could barely hear me because of how loud the F1 cars were. But that's alright. Basically, I'll just say that, and I'll put it maybe... I'll probably put it, somewhere on the screen. But Alexander Albon did a fantastic job. Obviously, getting Williams' first point of the season. Which that means that every single team has gotten a point. Because obviously Magnussen got points for Haas. Zhou Guanyu got his first point for Alfa Romeo in his career. And then now Alex Albon got Williams' first point, which is very exciting. Then obviously the big one, probably the biggest talking point, other than Albon, then probably also Ricciardo as well. Max Verstappen once again failing to finish. He had definitely had an engine issue. Things probably oil leaking or an oil drain or something. I don't know. But apparently he could smell something. He can smell some fluid coming out of the car. So he had to retire. Sainz also had to retire as well very early on, like lap 5 or something, like lap 5 or lap 4. It was a very early retirement for Sainz, and his weekend basically went from really good after, topping FP1. FP2 was also really good. FP3 was decent. Qualifying was shite. And then the race was even worse. So he didn't get... So yeah, he did not get any points. And hopefully the best of luck to him in Imola, which is the next race. The other retirement was Sebastian Vettel. He... Aston Martin has such a nightmare they had such a nightmare of a weekend in Australia. Qualifying last Stroll wasn't looking in his mirrors and basically did a 2017 Malaysia, but on Nicholas Latifi, and during qualifying, Vettel, I think, like, retired from free practice from out of the three free practice sessions. I think he retired in FP1 and FP3. I don't think he even attempted to try an FP2, but yeah, that was not great for Aston Martin, and they had to fix the car after FP3, and they somehow made it, but they didn't qualify well. All that other stuff, but yeah, it was a very good race. Loved it, fantastic. 100% would come back here next year, maybe doing some other races as well, which we just have to wait and see. So for the standings, I'm going to try and remember the standings. I cannot really remember, but I know that Charles Leclerc is still in the lead. George Russell's second. Carlos Sainz dropped down to third. Sergio Perez is fourth. Lewis Hamilton's still in fifth. I think I think he's tied with Max Verstappen. He dropped down to sixth. And from there, I cannot remember anyone. But I know that Bottas and Magnussen are 9th and 10th. I think Norris is 8th. And I'm going to guess like Ocon is there. And maybe Gasly. I don't know. I generally don't know. But yeah, that is about it for the Australian Grand Prix. Obviously, the next race is Imola. I think it's F. I'm gonna say it's F2. I think F2 is the feeder Formula Series, which will be racing with F1. I think, but I might be completely wrong. It might be F3 as well. It might be just F3. It might be even none of them. But I think I think there's at least one. One of them. One of them will be with F1 at Imola. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.